Now the Cartesian equation of a line in form 1. So form 1 means the equation of the line passing through a given point and with a given direction. So the vector equation we know. So using that vector equation we can derive its equation. Using that vector equation we can have the Cartesian equation. And also we can directly derive without using the vector equation. Directly derive the Cartesian equation. We will explain both these. So we know the equation of the line passing through the point A whose position vector A and having direction as that of this B is this R is equal to A plus lambda B with A position vector of A, B given vector B, lambda a constant. Lambda a constant. And now to convert this in the Cartesian form means this A should be in terms of the Cartesian form and B also in Cartesian form. So A in Cartesian form means the coordinates of that A will be given. Suppose the coordinates of this A will be, say, this A x1, y1 and z1. Coordinates of A x1, y1, z1. And B in Cartesian form. B in Cartesian form means in Cartesian form a vector representing a vector is such that its either its equation will be given or the direction ratios or direction cosines of the line will be given. If the equation of the line is given, then we can have the direction ratio or direction cosine. And suppose we are given the direction ratios. If we have direction ratios, we can immediately obtain the direction cosines also. And therefore, usually we take the vector in Cartesian form as the vector or line with the direction ratios in a given form. So suppose the direction ratios of this B are A, B and C. A, B and C. Direction ratios. And then this A is a point through which the line passes. This A coordinates x1, y1, z1. And B another vector or we have another line whose direction ratios this A, B and C. Derive the equation means put this A, X, Y, Z and A, B, C in this vector. And also we have this R here which is the general point. So we can take this general point B as X, Y, Z in Cartesian form. X, Y, Z. Now, if this P is X, Y, Z, then its position vector can be taken as this R is equal to this Xi plus Yj plus Zk that we know. And position vector of this point capital A, that is A, can be taken as this x1i plus y1j plus z1k. Z1k. So put these in this. Here this B has a direction ratios A, B and C, and therefore the equation of this B, this vector B, can be taken as this B is equal to this AI plus BJ plus CK. CK. And hence, putting all these three values in this equation, we see that this Xi plus Yj plus Zk, which is R, is equal to A plus, there is X1i plus Y1j plus Z1k plus lambda into this AI plus Bj plus Ck. Transposing this x1i plus y1j plus z1k to the left and combining corresponding terms, we get x minus x1 I plus y minus y1 into j plus z minus z1 into k, which is equal to lambda ai plus lambda bj plus lambda ck. Then these two are vectors. Left side a vector, right side another vector. And these two are equal. These two are equal means the corresponding components are equal. Corresponding components are equal. So we see that this x minus x1 equal to lambda a, y minus y1 equal to lambda b, z minus z1 equal to lambda c. So we can take this as this x minus x1. This x minus x1 is equal to lambda a, y minus y1 is equal to lambda b, z minus z1 equal to lambda c, or this x minus x1 by a is equal to lambda, y minus y1 by b is equal to lambda, z minus z1 by c is equal to lambda. And this shows that each fraction equal to this lambda shows that this x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. And this is the equation. This is the equation of the line in the Cartesian form. Cartesian equation. And remember, here we have two equality signs in this expression. This means taking this 1 and 2, we will get an equation. 2 and 3, we will get another equation. Or take 1 and 2, one equation, then 1 and 3, another equation. Or take pairwise, we will get two equations. And these two equations together give the equation of the line. That is the meaning. Why in that way we choose the equation as the combination of two equations in three-dimensional geometry. One set of equation, one pair, equating this one pair, we will get the equation of a plane. And another set, combining another set, we will get another equation of a plane. These two equations together means the combination of these two planes, that is the common points of these two planes, that is the intersection of these two planes. Intersection of two planes will be a straight line. Intersection of two planes is a straight line. And that is the equation of the line here. Okay, that's why the equation is like this. Okay. So this is the equation directly applying to this vector equation. And now suppose we want to derive the equation without using the vector equation, directly we want to derive the vector equation, then it's very simple. Then the equation of the line passing through a point and parallel to a line, parallel to a vector or parallel to a line, that is the equation of the line, that is the line. Then equation of a line passing through a point means that point should be given in Cartesian form, that is the point x1, y1, z1, and parallel to a vector or parallel to a line means the direction ratios given or equation given. If equation given, then we can have the direction ratios. So we assume the direction ratios A, B and C. Then this is A and this is the equation of the line. We take a point P, X, Y, Z on the line. Another line we have, this line is parallel to this or another vector, this line is parallel to this vector whose direction ratios ABC. Then connect this point P, that is connect X, Y, Z with X1, Y1, Z1 and A, B, C. That is the derivation of the equation. Then we can have the direction ratio of this line AP. Direction ratio of this line AP is x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. That is the direction ratio of the line passing through x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2 is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. And this direction ratio is the direction ratio of this line, and we have another direction set of direction ratios of this line parallel to this. Since these two are parallel, the direction ratios will be proportional. We cannot say the direction ratios corresponding terms are equal, but proportional. Therefore, one direction ratio will be a scalar multiple of the other. So we can take this x minus x1 is equal to some constant k into a, y minus y1 is equal to some constant k into b, z minus z1 equal to some constant k into c. Or from these, x minus x1 by a is equal to k, y minus y1 by b is equal to k, and z minus z1 by c is equal to k. Using this, we see that x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. So this is the third equation of it. So without using the vector equation, we can derive it like this. So in the examination, if you are asked to derive the vector equation first and then asked to derive the Cartesian equation, you choose the first method. So using the vector equation, derive the Cartesian equation. Otherwise, if we are directly asked to derive the equation passing through the given point and a parallel to a line or parallel to a vector, so it's better you use this method. Okay? That's all.